Here's a tutorial for the 1950s Hermes Baby rocket. This is the item in the case. You can see it has 4 rubber feet in the bottom. I try to replace those when I can because they're usually smashed or missing. And the case is just, there's a few models. There's a leatherette type case that it goes into. There's one that clamps over top, and this is the standard case. And these, you push these in and kind of wiggle it out. There we go. Now, here's the machine, quite a classic from typewriter history. You can see it's either the Hermes Baby or the Hermes Rocket. They can be called either one. It's designed to be lightweight, so it has somewhat of a light, slim shell, somewhat fragile. There's a little bit of wear in the center of the spacebar, usually from the thumb generally touching, which I find very fascinating. People usually space with their right thumb. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that the carriage is locked. And it's a unique lock because it only locks that way. It doesn't lock this way. That's just for working while it's in the case. The case will kind of hold it too. So this flips up. And this is the line space selector, single or double. And as you move that forward, it changes it to single or double space. And this is how you move the carriage back and forth. Now this is a little flimsy, fragile, not my favorite part of the design. There's a little paper support there. Everything about this machine is delicate, so use it wisely. This is the carriage release. It's a little switch that goes forward. These knobs are often broken. This will release the ratcheting mechanism. I don't really suggest that. You can twist this just because it's a little bit fragile too. It's not really worth releasing that all the time because if this cracks or something, we have trouble with it. This is the left and right margin. Just make sure, as you move it, you need to make sure it clicks in place. You see that's between slots. And it just has to notch in one of these notches and then it's okay. Ruler, there's a ruler on this paper holder. Now this 50s model will only take a black ribbon. It'll take it on a universal spool. Then these clip down. If these aren't clipping well, the piece that holds it is adjustable with these little screws here. I don't know if you can see that. Which I will adjust this one. This takes the ribbon with the eyelet, so it'll when it runs out of ribbon on one side, it'll pull this over, and that'll activate the auto reversal. So it'll go this way, or it'll auto reverse this way, or there's this switch here to manually do that, and that's on either side. See, I'm gonna fix that, clip that down. Beautiful machine. This is the backspace. This nebulous key is the margin release. So if you're at the end of the page and you need to type a few more characters, you release that and it just automatically unreleases. This is the caps lock. And the caps, the shift. This shifts with a little bit of tilt to the machine. It's not exactly a carriage shifter which lifts the whole carriage up. And some machines lift the basket up, which takes more space in the design. So to keep this slim, they did it this way. And they kept that on the 60s model. So it's a nice, simple way to shift with fairly little pressure. Nice light typing action on these keys. So you load paper from the rear there. This switch here will release the rollers if you need to straighten the paper or anything. After we work on these, they feed pretty well. Sometimes I'll have trouble with thicker paper. It's a little bit hard to type with this rotator. See, and it's just a nice typer. One letter I hit a little light, so I retouched it. You can see pretty good quality markings there. It's kind of got a delicate look, something like a noiseless. So to center it here, you're going to lock this again. This has to be locked. So you push this switch all the way back while you hold the handle in, and that's the carriage lock, and then you move it to the right. That locks it. Now, if it's not locked, the case won't go on. So the case has these two notches in the back, and they're going to go in these 2 holes. That's what those 2 holes are for. There's a screw in the middle and 2 empty holes. People often think a screw is missing. So you're going to just line that up with those holes, which generally if you line it up on the machine itself, it works. And then you clip the front down second, you'll hear a nice latching. Just make sure when you pick it up that it is latched. I don't want it tumbling out. And this, you know, these are often broken off, by the way. As you sit it up, it looks okay. The bottom of the case doubles as the bottom of the machine, so it's often a little, you know, dinged up. But that's it. Thank you. This is Stephen from Classic Typewriter. Hope you enjoyed this Hermes Baby Rocket tutorial. See you next time.